It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh man, you can see by the smile on my face, I'm actually cramping a little bit here. I love, this is the best part about this show, is because we get to reveal, maybe she's already been revealed to the world, but we can create a platform for the very most talented people on the planet to share that talent with you. And Naledi is a South African-born, New York-based vocalist, but we're doing our best to keep her this side. She's a composer, she is a teaching artist, she lives purpose in everything that you do, or she does, and you can hear that in every note, captivating global audiences with a unique blend of jazz, storytelling, and African heritage. And if you're curious about her talent, let's give you just a little taste. Take a listen. Feel it in your bones, feel it in your heart. Can we get a round of applause for Naledi? Woo, girl.
Hi.
Oh man, I'm literally got goosebumps just watching that. If your social media content can bring people to goosebumps, just imagine you on a stage. Just imagine you in that space. But I got to ask, because as I was doing your little intro there, you're looking around the room like someone else is going to enter. It's you, girl. You are that person. You embody so much, and I say with all due respect for someone who is so young. It kind of feels like I'm sitting with an Erykah Badu who's got like a lifetime of different nuances informing her journey. How many lives have you lived to be representing so much at the moment, man? It's crazy to me. I know there were about 10 questions in there, so I'm going to start with one. How are you in these crazy times?
I am so excited to be here. Thank you for having me. It's so good to be home. I've been good. You know, I just come from a really cold winter. I stepped out of the US, it was like minus 11 degrees Celsius, and then I got to South Africa and it was 33 degrees Celsius.
So you're the reason.
And
you are the reason.
You know, maybe,
Thank
possibly. But I'm really good. I'm really happy to be here.
A global village. Can I say you're a global citizen? Because I love the fact that South Africans are very much representing that right now. Well done, Tyler, last night. Everyone was just like, wow, superstar. But this is the world we live in now. Young South African women are owning international markets. We've got to look at that side. But there's obviously a lot of purpose driving you, but you are starting to get traction in commercial spaces. Is that a feeling you get? Is it a song that breaks on radio? How do you know that you're getting it right? Or is it just up to you to keep fueling that fire yourself?
Yeah, it's kind of hard because right is so subjective. You can't really be like, you know, this is what I've been dreaming about. This is, I think for me, it's really when I see and hear people connect to the music. I released my first single at the beginning of this year, and it was so wild in the first week, just seeing how many people had listened to it in random parts of the world, in Indonesia, Japan. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know. I thought this was going to be my mom and my friends.
You might be big in Japan.
Japan is my second biggest market, which is crazy. Yeah. So that's kind of been really beautiful, hearing people connect to the music, reach out, tell me how it's making them feel. And
I joke that you guys have become the emotional language. You've become our EQ, so that the rest of us who aren't blessed with these beautiful words and an understanding of emotion, that you can help us navigate. And it's a beautiful thing. And you seem so happy and healthy, which is a good sign. When we talk about validation, I would imagine in your lane, when someone like a Hans Zimmer comes a knocking, I mean, how do you even wrap your little head around that? Talk me through that collaboration.
Yeah, that was honestly, so I was just on tour with Hans Zimmer all over the US and Canada.
Just get out of the studio. Just get out. Come on.
It was actually just mind-blowing to me. I think when I was first called to be part of the journey, I was like, oh, it didn't kind of it didn't sit in my mind until
But
I
how
actually.
can it? I mean,
Yeah, it was wild, and we got to rehearsal, and we're all eating lunch together and dinner together, and it's just so normal. Everyone is so nice, such a great family. He was like so great.
I'm just hearing your country.
Literally.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. No.
But that's the beautiful thing about music. It's just everybody comes into one world and we all just become collaborators and partners. There's no crazy hierarchy. He himself is so humble and
artist.
just really sharing his story and wanting to listen to our stories. And so that was wild. I still can't believe it. I think I'm still
it'll take a
processing it.
lifetime. And the beautiful thing is he's probably sitting thinking the same thing about you, because this is the world we live in now. We get mentored up and we get mentored down, and that's just the way that the world needs to work. And music has collaboration on a different level now, and that seems to be how the industry has kind of saved itself,
Yeah.
which is a beautiful thing. You're performing, you're live at Youngblood tonight. I mean, we'll give people a taste of what they can expect, but in your words, what do people get out of an experience with you?
Yeah, so I think the main thing about my performing and being in space is telling stories. You asked a question a little bit earlier about, how do you carry this lifetime? It seems like you're young, but you have all these stories and da-da-da. And I like to think of myself as a sonic representation of my past, my present, and a future.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I think the voice is beautiful because it's DNA. It's the only instrument that's DNA. It's the only instrument that was in my great-grandmother and great-great-grandmother, and that is going to continue. So it's just, for me, really being in space with people, telling our stories, telling the stories of our people, and having us be in collaboration and community. I'm really excited to be doing that.
Just seeing the spiritual gourd being handed down and the goosebumps hit again.
Yeah.
But you can feel that kind of energy, and not in a gratuitous or a trend-driven way. And I know there is a lot of focus on us right now as being the hottest in the world, but there's a reason why people are buying into it, and it's the authenticity.
Yeah.
Because I think we don't have to pretend to be this, you just are, which is amazing. I cannot wait for you to hear this woman sing. It's absolutely mind-blowing what she's going to achieve. Youngblood tonight. We'll keep all of those details up on our social media platforms, but you don't have to stray too far. She's performing right here for you.